Welcome everybody to this edition of Attention Talk Video. I'm your host, ADHD and Attention Coach, 𝐓𝐘𝐒. Our topic today is emotions, managing emotions, and what to do about them. Before we get into our topic, we want to make you aware of children and adults with attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, better known as CHAD. They have a great website, 𝐂𝐎𝐑𝐿.org, where you can find evidence-based and evidence-informed information on ADHD. Okay, ADHD is not so much a deficit of attention, but really one of self-regulation. Two things that you have to regulate. One is attention and the other is emotions. Depending on who you are and your type of ADHD, because they're all different, some of you struggle more with the emotional self-regulation than you do regulating attention. And for some of you, the emotional regulation actually gets into the attention side. So I've done a lot of shows about emotional self-regulation, and it's the easiest thing for me to describe what you should do in order to manage it. It's the most difficult thing it is for any of you to execute. That is, you have to notice that you're emotional when you're in it. You've got to pause. Typically, you breathe to get oxygen into your brain, because when you're emotional, you can't even think, so to speak, or you're skipping over the thinking part, but you want to kind of calm down and engage your prefrontal cortex here to start thinking about what's going on. Easy to say, very difficult to execute. So one of the things that I worked with some people is for some that can do this, when they feel those emotions, they stop and they write their emotions down and journal them. Then they take a look at their emotions as an object. They also take a look at their emotions and the facts that they have around of a situation and try to step out of it, look at it in the third person. Ideally look at it as if it's not you and say, what's really kind of going on here? But they begin to say, that's just anger, that's just frustration, and that's just a part of life. Or I'm feeling the same frustration again that I have in this situation over and over. It's not going away. I'm not going to get caught up into it. But the idea is, as you begin to write down those emotions that you're feeling and your thoughts into feeling, you're externalizing, and then you can look at it again, kind of in the third person. For some of you, you won't connect with this. Some of you, you will. But just like any other tip, trick, or strategy on the internet, if it works for, let's say, 12% of the people, that's really good. Don't be fooled. A lot of people will have you think that their tip, trick, or strategy will work for everybody. It actually doesn't. It's a very small percent of the population. But for those that connect with this, I hope it resonates with you and you find it helpful. Please, if you're a new viewer, please subscribe to our channel by hitting the subscribe button below, and leave your thoughts or comments in the comments section. We always love the conversation. It helps us learn, helps us connect with you, and helps us come up with other show ideas. So with that, we hope this helps. Join us next week for another great tip, trick, or insight on Attention Talk Video. Take care.